You do move up pretty quick through this program. Every year gets you about a 10% raise.
I'm about to answer it.
To sit here and tell you, I'd be afraid to tell you. We have so many avenues that you can go into once you get into our program. The possibilities are endless. I can give you guys an example. I got a friend of mine. He goes to Canada to work every couple of years. He goes up there because he says he can clear a little over 10 grand a month in his pocket after all expenses. That's him paying for room and board there, meals, fuel, cost, plus paying for his place back at home, and he's still clearing 10 grand a month in his pocket. He goes up there, works 6 or 8 months out of the year, makes him somewhere between $60,000 and $100,000. He comes back home and he goes farming until he goes broke. You have, pile drivers that make really good money. You got heavy highway guys that make $30 an hour. We offer certifications and everything. Underwater welding, they make $100 an hour on the coast. So to tell you that, what somebody could make, it would be hard for me to sit here and tell you that there's a number to put a limit on it for you, really. When I was working in the field, I would make, $60,000, $70,000 a year. Wouldn't be no problem to make $60,000 or $70,000 a year. If you're interested in going to Canada, places like that. I mean, and not necessarily just Canada. We have jobs out in, I think it's Oklahoma right now that they're looking for people. Pays about $46, $47 an hour, plus another $20 an hour on your benefits. So you're looking at, $60 an hour or some type deal like that probably. But the work starts at around 300 feet in the air. So you can't be afraid of heights if you're going to go do stuff like that. But you got to get certified in international type scaffoldings and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of certifications out there that if you guys get, it just increases your value and gives you more options. So to say there's a limit on what you can make, I wouldn't know what to say it would be. Good question.
Let me ask a question, Waylon. Let's say, for instance, that these seniors are interested in signing up right now. What day is the best time for them to sign up in order to possibly get in on this quarter?
Monday through Thursday. Any of those days is good.
At what time?
Any time from 9 a.m. to roughly about 3:30, with the exception of the noon hour. Our secretary's gone to lunch for that hour. If you guys happen to get it at any particular time. If you guys are interested in something like that, I might be able to work something out to even bring the application here. The key would be, though, you would have to have your high school diploma.
What about if, like for instance, not all these seniors I know for sure are going to be graduates. They're going to be. If, say for instance, the high school or the local board here could provide you that information saying that they know that they are going to graduate, would that suffice to sign up?
It could. I would have to check on it to let you know for sure. Reason being is because where it is a state accredited school, man, they're tough on us as far as paperwork. But that would be, I can check to find out.
See, they're going to graduate. These guys are going to graduate 30th of this month. So they're pretty much, it's in the bag for them right now. They know they're going to graduate. So what I think that especially Mr. Wilder and myself would like to see is if we could get them in advance, if there's some type of paperwork that would be acceptable till they get that diploma the 30th of this month.
To say that there's anything that I know of, I don't. But like I said, I will check and see. And if there is something that we can do for anybody that's interested, I think I had 2 guys over here said they was interested in going into construction work if they're interested, or anybody else for that matter as well. I'll check on it and see, and if they will accept something like that, and if these guys do want to sign up for something along those lines, I'll bring the paperwork up here to you. and do it right here.
Well, if they do the paperwork now, that'll get the date of the test, won't it?
No, because we can't register them until we got a diploma. But if I could get something,
From the school.
maybe, it's possible, you know what I mean? It won't stop me from trying.
That's right. You guys be willing to go that far, wouldn't you?
If he had the
if we can
paperwork
get
right now, I'd sign my name right now.
Well, I want you seniors that are interested in doing this, I want you to sign up. I need you to print your name. Do not sign it. Print it where it's legible. I need your mailing address and your phone number for this gentleman. We need to know how many people are interested in it. I don't want to drag him up here from Lexington, for no reason whatsoever. You with me? This does not by any means guarantee anything, but it is absolutely a start. And a start is what we need to make. Agreed? A start. And, guys, I'm gonna tell you, in 30 days, less than 30 days now, you're gonna walk out of here. And you're not, and listen, you're not coming back. This is over. This is done. You might as well just get that in your mind. It's done. It's over. Now, here's what you need to think about. You're going to have several options about a job here in less than 30 days. Burger King, McDonald's, Pizza Hut, okay, or practically no job at all.
Hitachi Nation.
All right, listen to me. If you find a factory job, I want you to know that there's probably going to be right at 4,000 graduating seniors this year. How many Hitachi jobs do you think you can get? Hey, not with 4,000 possibilities out there. Now this is a guarantee. A-J-O-B, all in capital letters. A job, a real job. That doesn't start you out at $8 an hour, right at the minimum wage. That starts you out at $15 an hour. And trains you once every 3 months, right?
Yep.
Once every 3 months, it trains you. Now, guys, if you want to make a living and you want to start today, then this is the man you need to be. You need to be putting him on your Christmas card mailing list.
This, and you know, and kind of like he said, fella, I mean, I want you guys to know this. We've been around for over 100 years. We're not new. This is something that's been around long before I ever got here. It'll be around long after I'm gone. I'm not here to twist your arm, just here to give you the same option that I wished I would have got whenever I was getting ready to graduate. If the factory life's for you, or if it's not for you, if it's not for you, this is for you, come see me. I told the last class, I'll tell you guys the same thing. This is a career move. This is something that you're going to have a long, profitable career in. If your family has questions, mother, father, aunts, uncles, anything along that lines, if they have questions and don't understand it, don't want you getting into something they don't understand, call me. I'll come talk to them.
We're grown, man.
Well, just in case.
Fellas, I am a union member. Me and Mr. Wilder are members of the local 1650 Carpenters Union. And that's what it looks like. Do you hear me? I wouldn't say y'all nothing that I wouldn't buy into myself. What?
What's the check look like?
The check looks a lot better. But I want you to know before you get that check, you have earned it. This, guys, this is real work in the real world with real money. Real money.
Just do the math.
$600 a week.
$4,200. I don't sell it, man.
They don't matter. You know what excelling in math is? Fooling with it every day. Every day. Somebody will teach you the math, son.
Now, by you being the welder, we're talking about more money now.
You a welder?
Yeah.
Like I said, and how many welders do I got in here? Talked to you a little earlier. I told these guys about it a little bit. Not sure what you're interested in as far as career of welding goes. We do tons and tons of welding if that's what you're after. If you don't want to do carpentry type work, you want to do just welding. We got everything from pile driving, which is done mostly on the river. locks and dams. I don't know if you've ever seen them, what they do. To kind of give you guys a little bit of an idea, they take these wide sheet piles. They drive them down with a big hammer into bedrock, a big huge machine that sits on top of them. They drive them down through the rock. Well, they make cylinders with big circles. They weld them all up. They pump all that water out of them, then they pour the concrete down inside of them. That's how those things are made. And then they continue across the river till they get them made. But those companies like that right there, when they grab a hold of a welder, or a guy that can use a cutting torch and weld, stuff like that, they have a tendency to do whatever they can do to take him with them everywhere they go. Because it is such a rare quality to have a guy that can do that type of stuff. Once they train you on how to be that type of a welder, they're going to do everything they can do to keep you. We offer certifications on underwater welding. I had a guy shake his head no earlier. I don't blame him there, because you. It just depends on what you're interested in, man. You know, those guys make $100 an hour, like I said, out on the coast.
Can't they only just work 4 hours a day though?
Yeah, it would be nice, but unfortunately no. That's probably one of the biggest downfalls that I do run across. People want part-time jobs.
No, I mean like underwater welders don't.
Oh, as far as
yeah,
I don't know what their certifications are. I don't know what their limits are as far as how many.
I thought that's what it was. Like you make big money, but you can only work so many hours a day if you underwater weld.
I wouldn't surprise me. I'm not an underwater welder. I wouldn't. I'm like this guy right here. I think I'll stay on the right side of the water where I can breathe. But there are. I'm sure there's all type of OSHA regulations and stuff like that they would teach you. But still, at 4 hours a day, $100 an hour. Yeah, it adds up pretty quick. So, I mean, it just depends on what you guys are interested in. There's a whole lot of certifications out there. Like I said, you know, one guy asked about carpet installation and stuff earlier. We do everything from regular, this stuff right here, stuff you buy at Lowe's, to imported marble from Italy. So there's a lot of certifications and stuff that you guys are going to be getting in order to be able to do each individual thing that we do. But that's a good question. Bridge work, stuff like that. I mean, there's tons and tons of welding potential. I didn't touch on the millwrights any. Any of you guys know what millwrights and stuff like that are? Millwrights do a lot of work. They're actually associated with us as well. They do a lot of work in factories and conveyor systems, precision instruments, stuff along that lines. They do a lot of welding in their line of work too. Any other questions?